going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of RHOX Garage. I'm your host Dan, and on today's episode we're going to be installing part number BG-125 on our Yamaha Drive2. Now before we get started, let's take a look at what comes in the kit and the tools that we're going to need to perform installation. Now when you open up your kit, you're going to find your brush guard itself, as well as your bag of hardware. And now the tools that we're going to need are an impact gun with a 14mm socket. We have a socket wrench with a 12mm socket. And then after that, we have a 12mm, 14mm, 15mm, 17mm, and 5/8 wrenches. Now that we've taken a look at all the parts and the tools that we're going to need, let's go ahead and jump into a few safety precautions. Now, as always, before we get started, we want to take a few safety precautions. First, we're going to turn our cart off, set our parking brake, and if we have an electric cart, we're going to flip our tow run switch to the tow position. Once that's done, we can go ahead and begin by removing our front bumper. Now that we've removed our factory bumper, our next step is to remove the bolt in the front of each AR. Now when we do this, we do want to make sure that we take some caution with this because the cart could potentially shift when we remove those bolts. So in order to kind of compensate for that, we're going to go ahead and put a jack underneath of the frame in the front just to support the weight of the cart. Now with those two front bolts removed, we can go ahead and install our brush guard. Now, this can be a little bit tricky as you're going to have to be able to hold the brush guard and move your wheel and tire combo in order to get that hole to line up. So just be patient with it, and one suggestion would be to do one side at a time, as this will make life a whole lot easier. Once you've got all four bolts in place, you can go ahead and tighten all of those down. Once you've tightened down your hardware, we can complete the look of the brush guard by installing the end caps. Once those end caps are in place, that will complete the installation for part number BG-125 on our Yamaha Drive2. Thanks for watching this episode of RHOX Garage, and I'll see you next time.